I have no idea if I'm live yet, but I think I am. Ah, there we go. And beginning is always just me hitting buttons and figuring stuff out. Let's go to this screen. There we go. Oh man, we got a lot of latency here. All right, let me check something. Hey, Russell, how's it going, man? Let me see, is everything working the way it's supposed to? It is. All right. I'm sorry about that, guys. At the beginning there, it's just me staring at a screen for a while. The last time I did a live stream, YouTube changed all their rules and how the software that I use, connects to their website and stuff. So I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure it out. But hey, guys, welcome. Do me a favor, when you're coming in, say hi and tell me where you're tuning in from. It is currently almost 10 a.m. in Las Vegas, Nevada. I had to think about where I was. And I know a lot of y'all are tuning in from all over the world. Ben says he's tuning in remotely. Sounds good. All right, good. Russell, how am I? I'm pretty good, dude. We just moved to Las Vegas, Nevada from Los Angeles. We did that about a week ago. 2 weeks ago, Thursday, actually. Oh, wow, I've been here a lot longer than I thought I was. But yeah, it's been pretty crazy, man. We moved to a totally different state, totally different place, and it's just been mayhem. It's been absolutely insane. Hey, darling. It's my wife saying hello. Sorry, I'm trying not to make any mouth sounds, sippy noises and stuff from my cup. Russell says, it's my birthday on Saturday. Can you sing me happy birthday, Marilyn Monroe style? Happy birthday, Mr. Russell Burnham. Happy birthday, Mr. Russell. Happy birthday to Russell. Happy birthday to you. Sorry, that was the sexiest Marilyn Monroe voice I could do. I apologize. Nathan says, hi from Belgium. Welcome, glad to have you here. Dirk says, hello. 19 over here in Netherlands. I'm assuming you mean the temperature? I don't know, because I'm just assuming that's cold. Naples, Florida. Hey, I got some family over in Naples. And Fort Worth, Texas. Russell, you're welcome. Hey, for reals though, happy early birthday. Hope it's an awesome one for you. So here's what I'm gonna do today. I have not played, I'm gonna make a very terrible, honest confession. I haven't played my bass in about 20 days. Christmas Eve was the last time, oops, I'm gonna turn my volume over here. Christmas Eve was the last time that I played my instrument, and I am very out of shape, very out of practice, and I figured I would just do a practice live stream, and if you have a bass like this, go ahead and grab one. We're just gonna play through some, I don't know, some scales, some exercises, just to get my hands warmed up, because tomorrow I gotta leave and head back to California for the NAMM show, 2020 Winter NAMM show. And I'm playing at 5 different booths. And I'm a little nervous because, again, I haven't played the bass in almost 3 weeks or so. So today is all about getting my chops back up. Sorry, that was louder than I thought it was. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be practicing, and I'll also run through some of the songs I gotta learn that I'm gonna be playing at the NAMM show. So you guys will get to kind of, get the inside scoop on that. Is anyone here going to NAMM? I apologize. There's a little bit of a delay between when I say stuff and when you guys interact with me. So I'll pause and let you answer. But is anybody going to NAMM? Anyone going to be there? We got here lunch break in Illinois. All right, first stream from Las Vegas. Yeah, baby. And maybe a mini tour of the new studio. You know what? Not yet. It looks atrocious in here. You know, actually, from this angle, it doesn't look so bad. I've got, oh, hold on, my headphones are cutting out on me. I've got this much taken care of, but the everything in front of me looks terrible right now. There's junk all over the place. Sorry, my headphones are cutting out. This wire right here. But hey, and while I'm at this, if you guys haven't done so yet, do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up. Just hit that like button. That's gonna get more people notified. And then also, I'm sure you have already, but hit that bell icon. That way, y'all will get notified whenever I go live next time. Let's see, I asked about NAMM. Russell, you wish you could go to NAMM. You know, it's not that cool. Here's what I like about NAMM. Nowadays, when I go there, I have lots of friends. As I travel and oh my gosh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. I'm supposed to be looking over here. I'm new to this, trust me. The cool thing about NAMM is all my friends are in one place. So as I travel and, you know, I've met a lot of people in Europe and obviously all over the States, everyone comes to one place in January. It's Anaheim, California, right across the street from Disneyland. And that's why NAMM is so cool, because all my friends are there. And within 4 days, I get to spend a couple hours with people that I only get to see once or twice a year. And the gear stuff it's fun too. I won't lie. But if you've ever been to a trade show before, you've been to NAMM. Instead of cars, or my wife was just at a, not just, but a couple months ago, she was at the lighting convention of, or I guess it's like the NAMM of lighting. She's worked for a lighting company. So if you've been to a trade show, if you've been to a convention, man, they're all the same. They're really cool when you first get there, and then there's way too much stuff, way too many things to do, and then you get really tired. so that's NAMM, except with music stuff. Let's see, I got some other things thrown up here. It's almost like a solid minute delay, Sarah says. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm still working out the kinks here at the new studio, so I promise we'll get that tighter next time. Cullen says the beard's looking great. You know what? It started out as I just didn't want to shave. Or I didn't shave for like a week and a half or something like that. And when I shave, I do the whole thing, the top of the head and the face. And Sarah, my wife, was like, hey, you should keep the beard. I haven't seen that in a long time, because I always had a beard for like, I don't know, 10 years plus maybe. But just when I started full on shaving my head, that's when I took away the beard. It also makes me look younger too. I kind of get my chin line back whenever I shave, so I take like 5 years off. But thank you, I appreciate that, Cullen. Hope all's well, man. Peter says, greetings from Hungary. Wow, yeah, NAMM would be a far away from you, but there's Music Messa. I've heard it's kind of the same thing. And Russell says, you're definitely going to the London bass show this year. I'm hoping to be there too. There's a show in London that I'm in the works, maybe potentially playing. And I think it's going to be around that time, so that would be pretty cool too. Let me take a look here. Yeah, we're doing good. Okay. All right, so let's do this. Let's just get to some practice, because that's what we're here to do. So if you have a bass, go ahead and grab one. I know a lot of you are at work right now. Some of you are driving or doing other things, hopefully not looking at your screen while you do that. But if you want to practice along with me, grab a bass. I'm not going to do anything crazy today. I'm mostly focusing on fundamentals and just kind of getting my fingers woken back up, because again, I haven't played bass in close to 3 weeks. So I've got to get ready before tomorrow. Let me just see, hold on, we got a couple more things. Now my beard meets my collarbone. Yeah, Russell, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And my wife says I better take her to London if I go. Well, we'll find out. Definitely, darling, you can come with. I need a tour manager, so might as well be you. All right, so get your bass out, plug it in if you can, if you're in a place where you can do that. And let me find my metronome. Hold on. All right. Got a nice click rolling at about 60 BPM. First of all, I guess, can everyone hear that click okay? Let me make sure the volume's all the way up. It is. There we go. Are you guys hearing everything okay? The click's coming through, the bass. I'm looking at my meters. Oh, wait, no, the click's... There it is. Yeah, we are getting click. Okay, cool. Just check it. All right, so something I'm going to do while my dog is barking in the background. I apologize if you can hear that. I'm going to go over to this camera. So when I go this long without playing, which it does happen, we go on vacations and, you know, life happens. This is how I like to start out. I like to come back to fundamentals and just really, really honing in on timing and those types of things. Sorry, hold on. There's something I just realized I want to turn off. It's this guy. Okay, sorry, I didn't know if I was talking over that click and weird things were happening. Anyways, so this is 60 BPM, and I'm doing this on purpose, very slow, because slower tempos are harder to lock with, because there's a lot of space, there's a lot of room for error in between. So rather than giving me, I mean, it's really easy. It's really easy to play along when all those subdivisions are there. When you take all that away, it just, you have to focus way more on where the pulse is, because there's a lot of emptiness in there. So let's do something like practicing scales. I'm going to do an F major scale, okay? We'll just stay within a single octave, and I'll do like the most common fingering there is. So if you got a bass, just go ahead and play a single octave F major scale with me, okay? And here's what we're gonna do. I'll tell you right now, if you've joined me for any of my other practice live streams, or if you have my book, The Way of the Bassist, you know that I do something called the rhythm pyramid, where basically I take that click and I play 2 notes per click, 3 notes per click, 4 notes per click, 5, 6, all the way up to 32nd notes, and then back down. So basically playing 8th notes, triplets, 16th notes, quintuplets, sextuplets is as high as we're gonna go today. I'm not gonna take it up to 30 seconds because I just already know I can't do it. My fingers aren't fast enough for that today. So at this tempo right here, check it out. It's gonna look just like this. I'll play it one time and then I'll invite you to play along with me, okay? 8th notes. Triplets. Sixteenth notes. And then we'll do quintuplets. And then 16th note triplets or sextuplets. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go basically, again, we're subdividing the click 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. And then I'm gonna work backwards to 5, to 4, to 3, to 2. And I'm just gonna kind of go up and down, sort of at whim. Actually, maybe I can do it. Here, check this out. So you can tell I'm totally ignoring the downbeat, and think of this as a 4-bar phrase. I'm just trying to make it through all of those rhythms with a very simple pattern, okay? So play along with me this time. Go to your F major position, and actually let me come over here and just see, does anyone have any questions? have any problems. Sounds good. Hold on. Yeah, Ben, I can pull the bass up, no problem. Hey, 1, 2. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the bass is quite a bit softer. This is just a different bass than I usually play, so I don't have the gain adjusted. Hey, check 1, 2. That should be much better now. All right, here we go. Yeah, click is good. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Ben. All right, so let's give that a try together. Eighth notes, triplets, 16th notes, and I'll call them out. I'll help you out, okay? And we'll just do one time through. Go up, come down, and stay until I count you in, all right? There we go. 1, 2, 3. Start with eighth notes. Triplets, here we go. Here we go, 16th notes. 2, ready, go. Quintuplets. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sextuplets. Okay, now let's see if we can do it coming backwards. We'll start with sextuplets and we'll work our way down to eighth notes. Here we go. I'll count you in. And 1, 2, ready, and quintuplets. 16th notes. Triplets. Eighth notes. And when you're doing these kinds of exercises, make sure also that you're really, again, the whole point here is timing, note placement, feel, making sure, making sure you're not getting buzzing notes and that kind of stuff. Because again, it's a simple pattern. I'm really not focusing on much else other than the fundamentals. And now we're going to take it a step further. So this time, I'll show you the pattern first and we'll stay on F major because why not? We're already there. I call this playing from lowest to highest, and it's a great way to learn the whole entire fingerboard, all right? So check this out. Basically, I'm going to play in the key of F major. So that's the notes F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, right? But I'm going to play it from the lowest note on my bass all the way up to the highest, so long as it's in the key of F major. So on a 4-string bass, that's what I've got right here, my lowest note will be E, and the highest note is going to be a D. I know that I can go up to an E flat on this bass, but there's no E flat in the key of F. So that's what I mean. We're playing from lowest to highest, from the lowest note in the key of F to the highest note in the key of F. And that would look like this. When I get to the top, I'm just going to come right back down. And you might notice that I chose a different path on the way up as I did on the way down. That's just because I've been doing this for a while. If you've never played a scale like this before, maybe just stick with the same pattern. The same way that you move up, come back down that way too. But if you're a little bit more experienced with this, then try coming down different ways. And I'll give you a little secret. There's a whole lesson on this at thebassist.net, so I'm sorry if I'm going a bit fast. But I recommend, you can see right there, there's an A, right? It goes E, F, G, A, and then B flat. And in this case, I'm using my open A string to help me get from this position to this position, and using that A string to kind of make it nice and legato and connected, instead of right, having that slide or a space between the notes. So anytime I'm practicing this exercise, if I have open strings to use, I'll do it because it kind of works. So let's bring that click back in, and let's just do this as eighth notes, okay? So we're gonna start on an E and work our way up to my highest D, and then we'll stop right there, okay? I'll count you in, and we'll do eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, and... Let's do that again. 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so now that you're at the top, let's come right back down. I'll count you in again, eighth notes, okay? 1, 2, 3, and... One more time, coming down from D, go up to your 15, 17, 19th fret. Here we go. Ready, and... All right, now let's go up and come right back down. Same thing, playing eighth notes. I'll count you in. 2, 3, and... All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that idea and we're gonna run it through the rhythm pyramid. So I'm gonna go from my lowest note to my highest note, playing eighth notes. And when I get back down, I'm gonna jump to triplets, up and down, and I'm gonna run to 16th notes, quintuplets, sextuplets. And if you can't do anything past 16th notes, that's okay. I mean, you kind of go as far as you can. If I lose you, stop and catch up with me when I come back to the 16th notes. But we're gonna go up the pyramid and then right back down. I don't know how this is gonna work because I haven't played bass in so long. Let's see if even I can make it through, all right? So here we go. 1 and 2, and ready, eighth notes. Triplets. Sixteenth notes, ready, and... Quintuplets. Sextuplets. Gonna come back down, quintuplets. Try it again. Sorry, that was my bad. 2. It's 60 notes. I'll count you in. 2, ready, and... I keep forgetting you're playing with me. Triplets. Eighth notes. And that right there is playing a major scale through the rhythm pyramid again. Typically, I go 2 more rhythms higher to septuplets and 30-second notes, but today that's just not in the cards. I know my fingers don't have it. I'm just going to take a quick break over here and see if we have any questions or need any help with anything. Busta Bass is in the house. Hey, yo. Whatever works. I like it. I'm going to do that exercise. Sorry, I just realized I touched the mic. I'm going to do that exercise one more time with you guys. Give me just a quick break to drink some coffee. I promise you won't hear it. Sorry, I know I just broke etiquette, radio etiquette number 1. Don't eat or drink. Don't eat or drink on microphone because it sounds terrible. I'm sorry. Let's do that one more time just because I need it. My fingers are still cold. Okay? And then we're going to move on to something else, I promise. So, same thing. F major scale from your lowest to your highest, going from 8th notes up to sextuplets, and then right back down. Okay? Let's do it. 2, ready, go. Triplets. Sixteenth notes. Quintuplets. Sextuplets. Quintuplets. Sixteenth notes. Triplets. Eighth notes. This is also a really good time to practice, like, if you take a look at my fingers, I'm trying really hard to control them and not let them fly around like this. And really, like there, you can see my pinky keeps jumping out. And just try to control the distance of it. Because the tempo is so slow and the pattern is so repetitive, we don't really need to focus on anything other than, you know, how hard am I squeezing? How hard am I lifting up? And, you know, are my shifts okay? And really just paying attention to the quality of the notes. Because to be honest, as a bass player, that's one of the most important things. So much of our job is nuance. That the difference between a bass player who plays like this and a bass player who plays like this, right? It was one note, and it was eighth notes. Yeah, it was a really easy pattern. But the first bass player is getting the gig. The second bass player is not getting called back. So again, those nuances are really, really important when you're playing the bass. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Steve, yeah, man, I'm gonna see you at NAMM, absolutely. Shoot me a text when you land. I drive in tomorrow. I know the show's not till Thursday, but I'll be there tomorrow around 3 or 4, something like that. I keep looking at the wrong camera. I forgot. I switched it to this one when I jump over to the chat. I'm a moron, y'all. Okay, hold on. I got a list of things that I wanted to practice, and that was one of them. Okay, here's another thing I'm gonna practice again, because it's been so long since I've played. Everybody grab your bass on this one, okay? Here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna play one of the most iconic bass lines of all time. I'm gonna simplify it so that all of us can play it together. But here's what I want you to do, okay? Check this out. I'm gonna put this click back on. Same thing, nice and slow tempo, but check this out. I'm gonna play. Probably a little bit faster than it's supposed to go. But I'm just gonna play Billie Jean. You can elaborate on it however you want, but essentially, it's centering around 4 frets. That's like the whole entire groove. So if you don't know how to play it, just hang out. I guarantee you'll get it. It's very simple. So here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna leave this at 60 beats per minute, giving me the quarter note pulse, but check this out. I'm gonna play on the downbeat. And just jam around at a nice slow tempo on a groove that I've done a million times. I'm sure you have too. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this click and we're gonna move it. In other words, this is not 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. This click is no longer the downbeat. This click is now the upbeat, meaning and. So if those are the ands, where are the downbeats? I'm gonna give you a second to find it yourself in case you can't. If you haven't done this before, it's really easy. The and is the 8th note, so it's exactly in the middle. So if this is the click and this is the upbeat now, snap on the downbeats. I'll let you do 5 or 6 of them on your own. Where's the downbeat if this is the upbeat? And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So this right here is where you should have been snapping or clapping. So that's step 1, is find the downbeat. If that click is the upbeat, snap on it or clap. Thankfully, the upbeat is really easy to find. So if you can snap or if you can clap, you can play one note. And if you can play one note, you can play all the notes. Weird. Did that click start to sound like the upbeat to you? It probably did, but the click didn't move. The click didn't change at all. I'm going to take a look at the chat really quick and see if you guys need any help or have any questions on this stuff. I'm going to pause for a second because, again, I know there's a pretty substantial delay going on here. So I'm just going to pause really quickly. If you're watching this in the future, fast forward about 20 or 30 seconds and you'll catch up to me. Let me just see. Busta Bass says, NAMM is a banal trip for me. Yeah, I kind of agree. Was there last year, brought a bass I didn't really need, but couldn't, bought a bass. Yeah, too much candy for an annual gig. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, so I'm not seeing anyone asking questions on the rhythm stuff, so I think we're all good. Let's go ahead and play that together. Billie Jean, all right, simple bass line. Remember, 4 notes. But on the upbeat. And let's still pulse the notes so that it sounds the same, so it's not da 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 the way I was just playing. Let's make those notes nice and staccato. So let's just jam around together, you and me. No one else is around to hear you. Maybe, I don't know. You could be in public. Let's just jam. All right. So play that bass line, and I encourage you, add in fills, add in weird syncopations and lines, because what I want you to do is to be able to feel this click, to feel this pulse truly as an upbeat and not as a downbeat. So you're still listening to it, you're still paying attention to it, but you're not leaning on it to help you find the 1. You've got to know where 1 is, okay? So here's the downbeat. and I'll count you in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Keep going. Try to do a fill here. Whoops, almost lost it. Some Hendrix, why not? And I think that's really important too, to do those ridiculous things I was just doing. You would never do that on Billie Jean, or maybe you would, I don't know. Find out. But the point of that was to really test if I'm leaning on this click over here, or if I really do have, if it is in sync with my internal clock, and this is where I'm leaning. Because here's the thing that happens. Ask any drummer this. As soon as they start to do a fill and they do some cool syncopations or whatever, they come back to the downbeat and they're like that far off. You know what I mean? Because it happens. We rush when we play faster. And we drag when we play behind the beat. What in the world was I doing just now? That looks ridiculous. Don't do that again. But that kind of happens. So when I play syncopations that are over the bar line and pushing the beat, then I come back to my downbeat and I'm not in sync with that click anymore. So that's a really cool thing to practice. Just take that click, same tempo, play a bass line, a groove that you know like the back of your hand, and then start to move that click. Instead of being the downbeat, make it the upbeat. Or instead of playing on the quarter note, play on the eighth note subdivision. And we're going to do that again. Okay, so this time the click is no longer, sorry, let me back it up. The click is no longer the upbeat, but it's the So basically, here's what you need to do. You need to hear this. Here's all 4 subdivisions of the 16th note, right? E, sorry, let me do that again. I'm calling it the 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E. So do you see how I found it? I'm helping you out here. Start by playing all of the 16th notes, but don't hear 1, 2 E and 3 E and 4. Make sure you start on the So when you hear the click, say and then just say the number that comes after it. We'll go with 1 this time. So this would be 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and And stay right here with me if you have to. Don't worry about adding fills and extra notes yet. And if you've been listening long enough, it kind of sounds like the click is not the tempo anymore, but it's like an instrument that's playing along with me. It's kind of like a percussion. Someone's it's like someone's playing a cowbell or something. Like right there. So you can see how I'm talking about. When you start to add in fills, I sped up a little bit and then I came back in at the wrong time and it threw everything off. And it was so much easier to do when this was a downbeat or when it was an upbeat even. But as soon as you start putting things on the 16th notes, like our internal sense of time gets way screwed up and we don't know what we're doing, okay? So let's try it again. I'll count you in. Remember, get the 16th note going. 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 E, See how I'm accenting that click? Let's try not accenting it. And accent 1 and 3. So bum 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 bum. So I want to bring those accents in, but against the click. 1 E, 1 E, 2 E, 3 E. Here we go. I'm having a hard time not doing the accent. Whoops. Okay, that was way off. I'm gonna try that again. Something like that. Much better. Last time. And pay attention as you're practicing and doing this kind of stuff. Really make sure that you're like paying attention to what am I trying to say? I went for something and I didn't make it. it was not good. I didn't that da, 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 whatever that kind of over the bar syncopation. I missed it the first time, so I made sure I came back and I tried it again, and then I tried it again. And if I didn't get it, I would keep trying it and keep trying it, and then eventually slow it down, play it off the click without it, and really pay attention, because those mistakes, I always say this to students, mistakes are not a bad thing, other than like, think back to when you were in grade school, right? And you would turn in your homework and the teacher would send you back an assignment with all this red pen, right? There's all these markings and circles and stuff written around it. And that's not to make you feel bad or to make you feel dumb. It's just saying like, hey, this part that's in red, that's what you're struggling with right now. This equation or this formula or this topic, this part of history, like those are the things that you need help with. And that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need that red pen to point those things out to you. Otherwise, you turn the homework in, well, as far as I know, I got 100%. Not really. And that's a good reason to have a teacher, to have a personal coach to watch you and to point out those things. And if you don't have that person, that means it's up to you. So you've got to be listening. And when you hear something that's like, I didn't like what that was, don't sweep it under the rug. It's really easy to do. But stop, go back, hit it again, and try to fix it. And when you do that over and over and over again, that's called practice. And that's how you get better. That's how you see results. I'm going to check some of these comments or questions real quick, which, by the way, if you guys have any questions on the stuff that I've been doing, please chime in. Let me know. I'll do my best to help you out. Russell says, I have to whip my band members to keep in time. I don't have many friends and I don't know why. Yeah, I'll bet if you put the whip away, that would help. But Russell, I mean, another thing that might help is try playing to a click with your band. Get in-ear monitors like this, run a click track out of your phone, out of an iPad, computer, whatever you got, and you'll definitely play in time. Well, as long as you know how to play to a click, especially your drummer. Sometimes they struggle with that one. Jonifiction? I think that's what it says. I've been playing this song almost every day for the past 2 weeks. You know what? Honestly, Billie Jean that's one of my go-tos. Like, you know how when you try out a new instrument, like if you pick one up off the wall at the guitar store or whatever, you've got like a go-to thing that you play each and every time just to check it out, right? Just to see how it sits, how it feels. And for me, that's Billie Jean. If I grab any bass, I've never played it before, just, okay, cool. I'll just start playing that groove and it's like, oh yeah, now I know how it handles. Now I know what to do with it. Guys, I just need to check the time, see how we're doing. Man, we're doing good. I hope you guys are getting a lot out of this. I hope you guys are practicing with me and having fun. And I just want to make sure I also take a really quick second to say thank you to GHS Strings for making this live stream possible. Go check them out at ghsstrings.com. There's a link in the description. And at the end of this live stream, I'm going to give away a set of strings to one of you. I'll have to figure out how to do it. Usually I do like a trivia question. I don't know. But hang around for about another 15 or 20 minutes, and I promise I'll give a set of strings away. But these are fantastic. I highly recommend you check out the bass boomers and also the precision flats. These do not have flat ones on them, but typically if I'm playing a P bass, it's got flats. You can almost guarantee that. Russell says, I put the click through the PA, really knowing when no one is playing. Yeah, definitely, especially if you're playing loud. Awesome. Okay, I've got one more exercise I want to go through with you. Oh, wait, actually, no, I don't. You know what? Hey, let's do this. I'm going to play a song really quick. This is something that actually I have to learn for the NAMM show. We're playing, hold on, Thursday morning at the GHS booth, and then Friday afternoon at the Music Man booth. So if you guys are going to be at NAMM, we're playing, I think, 11:30 on Thursday at GHS, and then 4:30 or 4 at Music Man. It'll be me and my good friend, Bill Worrell. You've probably seen him here on my channel before. You've heard him on the Bassist podcast and those types of things. But he's a super awesome guy, great guitar player. And so he booked the Music Man booth, and I booked the GHS booth, and we're just going to play the same set both times. So he writes a lot of really crazy, intricate rock music, kind of in the vein of Joe Satriani or Steve Vai, those kinds of guys. And I've played on recordings of his for like the past 15 years since I've known him, but I don't remember the songs we're gonna play. I mean, I recorded back in college in like 2007, 2008 or something like that. So I've got to relearn these songs for the NAMM show. So I'm gonna give you a chance to hear what we're gonna play, because if you don't get to come to the NAMM show and see us, here you go. You get to see it right now. And also, you get to watch me relearn these songs, because I haven't gone through them yet. We're going to start with, hold on, I got to find it first. It's on my computer. This is one of his songs called The Wah Song. And it's called The Wah Song because it features a wah pedal. It's pretty awesome. Let me make sure. This is actually, you can listen to the song on Spotify. That's where I'm listening to it right now. And I'm just EQing out the bass. Let me see. Okay, cool, so it's working. All right, so I'm just gonna play through this song and you guys get to watch me sweat. I'm going to like pause and go back and try to catch things, because again, I've got to perform these songs in a couple of days and I don't remember how they go. So this is actually gonna be a lot of fun. So have fun watching me sweat, guys. This is kind of all part of it. I might miss that beginning because there's no count in for me, but here we go. Okay, off the bat, I already heard something that I didn't play that the guitar did play. Yeah, there's a little pickup right there. So, little word for the wise. When you're working with guitar players like this, who are really, really good and immaculate with their timing, listen to their rhythm tracks. If you're doing studio work or just jamming with a really good guitar player, listen to the rhythm track, the rhythm guitar, and pick up on all the little walks, all the little variations and things that they do, because they're going to want you to sync up with that. They may not know it, right? But when they hear you play it, they're gonna, oh yeah, that's perfect. Well, yeah, I know, because you played it already. Just do what you did. So really hone in on that kind of stuff. All right, I'm gonna start it from the beginning and see if I can get that. Was it? Wait, hold on. I already forgot it. Double check. So I want to make sure I hit that. It's easy. It's not a hard part. But again, that's what I'm listening for. And to be honest, that's the reason why people like playing with me, because I listen for those kinds of things. So I don't know. Maybe it works. Right there. I like to point something out really quick that I decided to do. I remember doing this when we recorded it too. But you can see how the majority of this song is just that pulsing. It's the same thing over and over and over again, which the song requires. I'm not knocking it. But when we came back into that A section, I guess you'll call it, I switched it to a quarter note pattern. And then kind of brought that that pulse back in. I don't know. Those are cool things that I try to do. Again, I'm the bass player that recorded on this song, so I remembered it. But yeah, when I'm in sessions or just live even, I always try to think of like what's a small, tiny, minute change that I can make to this that's gonna make it better. In other words, how do I make them think that I'm doing something really cool when really all I'm doing is less? If you think about it, I was playing eighth notes and I went to quarter notes. I'm playing half as much as I was before. But it's making a big change. And that's the cool thing about the bass guitar. Again, it's an instrument of subtleties, and so little tiny changes. I would just pull this part out here and leave that silence and make this note a little bit longer. And it affects the whole entire thing. All right, sorry, I keep stopping. Let's back it up a little bit, and you can hear that transition that I was just talking about. Okay, I remembered that this section was coming up. I just didn't remember what it was. Hold on, let's figure that out. It goes into 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back and do that again, and I just keep pointing these things out because why not? Yeah, we went into that 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it jumps into this other part where I'm going. I gave the guitar some room there. You'll notice that I was playing the exact rhythm or the exact riff, right? The same lick that the guitar was doing. And then when it jumped down an octave, I played half of the riff. again, like pretty much the same exact thing I was just talking about. I just start doing less. I cut out a couple of eighth notes and I create some silence, and I thought it was a really cool effect on the song. It kind of made it a little jumpy for a second. You'll see what I'm talking about when I hit that passage again. Let me see if I can back it up to before that 7 part. Gotta make sure I get that part. There's a new riff here. Okay, so there's a lot of things in there that I forgot, but I remembered them pretty much as soon as we started playing. And one other thing I just want to point out really quick. The reason why I stopped is, did you notice the way that I changed the way I was playing my eighth notes? Again, this is something that I keep coming back to, but subtle differences. Okay, so this whole entire time, what in the world am I saying? This whole entire time, I've been playing my eighth notes like this. You can see my left finger, right? I'm pulsing on those notes. But after we got through on this whole jam, he's playing a bunch of notes, the drummer's going to town, I threw in as many things as I could think of, and when I came back, now, I didn't do that on the recording, but I guarantee the way that I was playing those eighth notes and not pulsing them, right? I came in trying to connect them all and just playing them as heavy as I could. That's going to affect the way that Bill plays it. So instead of him playing, I guarantee you, when I start laying in a little heavier, he's going to do the same. Might even switch to his bridge pick or his neck pickup. Like he's going to, I guarantee you that's going to happen. I'm going to be filming and recording all these performances at NAMM, and this is a science experiment. I want to see if me coming in right there with really big, heavy eighth notes, I want to see if that's going to change anything for him. Sorry, I'm going to back it up again. I promise we'll make it all the way through this song. And that's it. That's the whole song. So I just learned it in front of you. Now I'm going to go ahead and play it. But before I do that, I'm just going to come over to the chat string and see if you guys have any questions. It doesn't look like it. You guys are being pretty silent today. But that's okay, because I'm mostly playing. I've been leading this whole thing. But hey, if you guys do have questions, let me know. I'm gonna play the song one more time. Let me just check. Yeah, I've got enough time to play the song once more. I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna throw away a set of strings, not throw away. I'm gonna give them to you, so they're not mine anymore. I keep looking over there. You're not there. You're here right now. I'm so sorry, guys. This has been. Oh wait, hold on. We got something for review. Hold on. Okay, sorry. There was a message that needed me to click on a button. Just turn in and he does a crazy ass tapping lick. sorry, JC. Yeah, that's something that was in there. That's how the intro goes. So I don't think I wrote that. Actually, I know how it is. If you listen to the beginning of the song, there's all that. Bill turned to me and goes, just play anything. I was like, anything? He goes, yeah. I'm like this. And he goes, all right, cool, yeah. And we moved on. Like, we recorded that right there, the first thing, and it's like, yeah, sure, that's good enough. It just needs to be a bunch of notes. So thankfully, I only work with people who trust me for the most part. So usually, whatever my gut is, that's what we end up doing. Very rarely are we doing like take after take and a bunch of punches. And that's important. I'm not saying that's because I'm a great player. I just mean that I work with people who trust my gut and trust my intuition, and likewise. You know, and that goes a long way when you're making music with people, is being able to trust each other. Let's just go over some questions really quick, and then I promise I'm gonna. Again, I keep looking at this stupid camera. I'm supposed to be addressing you here, guys. I'm so sorry. It's been a whirlwind of a couple of weeks, so I'm still catching up with my brain. Ben says, "Did you compose the bass for that one?" Yeah, pretty much. Again, I'm mostly following the rhythm guitar, and this song is like 12 years old, I bet. I'll bet I recorded it in like 2005, 2004 maybe. So this is an old one for me. Just zone into the jam. Yeah, someone's got to do it. Doctor, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the tunes and the playing. So I'm going to play this song one more time just to solidify it in my brain, because I got to play this in a couple of days at NAMM with my friend Bill Worrell. And actually, I'm going to drop his name in the comment section over here in case you guys want to check out some of his records. Oh, geez. Hold on. My caps lock was on. Oh, no. What am I doing? Don't hit that button. Bill Worrell. Yeah, check him out. He's on Spotify. I've played on just about everything he's ever done. But he's a great player. Can't wait to hang out with him in a couple of days. Okay, I'm just going to play this song once more just to make sure I got it. And hopefully it's painless. All right, from the top. So I have a... Okay, again, I might miss this intro because I don't have a count in, because I'm just playing this off Spotify. That was terrible. Got it this time. right, so I still got to work on the ending, but it's getting there. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. Let me just see if we have any other questions, and then I'm gonna give away some strings for you. And let's see what y'all are saying. Russell says, channeling your inner Billie Jean on that intro. Yeah, well, you know, somebody's got to do it. Thank you, FG Jazz Bass. And Ben says, you guys need to simultaneously play your parts from opposite ends of the NAMM convention. Dude, it wouldn't be possible. It's so big. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to Anaheim Convention Center, but it's massive. Maybe the size of 1,000 Costco's. I don't know. It's huge. It's stupid how big it is. All right, I'm going to give away a set of GHS bass boomers. Those are the strings that I play for the most part. And let's see, how am I going to do it? Typically, I ask a trivia question. Sorry, there's some glare coming right off my forehead. Typically, I ask a trivia question to do this. So let me think. What can I ask you guys that you would know? You know what, let's go with, I think, an easy one. The first person, again, there is about a 30-second delay on this. So I'm going to ask the question, then I'm going to keep talking. But the first person to pipe in with the answer gets a set of strings, okay? So here's the question. One of the greatest bass players of all time, arguably, is Jaco Pastorius, okay? So I'm going to ask you a question about Jaco. What is the name of his bass? And it's not Fender Jazz. Okay, I don't mean what is the style. His bass in particular, Jaco's bass, has a very special name. What is it? Does anybody know? First person to type it in gets a free set of strings. I'm going to mail them to you, I promise. But you got to tell me what the name of Jaco's bass is. It was missing for years, actually, and it was just recently found. You can check it out in the Jaco documentary. It's called Jaco. But his bass has a name. Russell, there you go. The Bass of Doom. Kind of sounds like an Indiana Jones movie. But yeah, Russell, that was quick. Yeah. Doom, the Bass of Doom. You guys are fantastic. So Russell, do me a favor. Send me an email to, hold on, I'm going to tell you where to send it. It is Jayme@thebassist.net. Send an email there, Russell, and I'll get you a fresh set of strings. I just want to make sure, again, say a very quick thank you to GHS for making this live stream possible. Russell just got a set of boomers, and you can get some too. I'm just not going to send them for free. You got to go to their website, ghsstrings.com. I think you can click on the link in the description, and it'll take you right there. But hey, any last-minute questions, anything you guys want to know before I head out? Again, I got to kill just a little bit of time here because there's quite a bit of a delay, some latency. So I'm just going to keep chilling here for a little bit longer. Oh man, my slap is so bad. Can you see that? I need a fret wrap on here, and my technique is just terrible at the moment. Ew! Hey, word from the wise. Do not take 3 weeks off practicing. It doesn't work out well for you. All right, so last minute questions. Anything you guys want to know, because I got to get going here. One comment off. Does Robert Trujillo still have that bass? You know what? I don't think he ever had. I might be getting it mixed up. I thought it was his family. He got it back and gave it to the family, and he asked them if he could use it for the movie, but it might be the other way around, where like he got the bass and the family was allowed to come in and see it, but he still owns it. I don't actually know. One of these days, I'll get him on the podcast. That would be pretty awesome. Speaking of which, where is it? Do I have it? Nope. Oh, hey, I hit the wrong button, but I might as well tell you now that we're still running a 50% off discount at thebasis.net for your first month. So if you click on the link in the description to go to thebasis.net, hit that join thebasis.net button that you'll find in the right-hand corner, and it'll take 50% off your first month. So that's a thing. Didn't mean to hit that button though, so let's go back over here. Russell says, I'm also making my dinner at the same time. Cheers. Hey, thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. John of Fiction wants to know, what did you name your bass? You know what? This bass doesn't have a name. I named my instruments when I was younger. What did I have? I had one bass called the Lowrider because it was a 4-string bass tuned down to B. So it was like the lower 4 of a 5-string. So I called that Lowrider. I had a bass. Shoot, I'm forgetting the name of it. It was a jet black Carvin. It was like my first nice bass. Carvin does make, well, they're not around anymore, but they did make fantastic instruments. But yeah, I graduated from a Squier and bought that that Carvin bass. So wrong channel. Yeah, Russell, that's right. Well, hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really, really appreciate it. If you like what I do, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you really like what I do, come hang out with me at thebasis.net. Just click on that button right down there. And also make sure you check out the Basis podcast. New episodes will be going live each and every week. I promise I'm going to start that back up next week. And until next time, guys, have fun. And I'll see you again next time here at thebasis.net. Adios.